Welcome back to the channel. Rachel Reeves is back in the news again, and for all the wrong reasons as usual. We all know about the discrepancies on her CV and the doubts that she ever worked as an economist, but now she's facing serious allegations about her past, specifically an investigation into her expenses before she became an MP. Could this scandal threaten her credibility? Well, whatever is left of it, that is, and Labour's economic agenda, which apparently they want us to believe is one of growth, although we're yet to see any of that growth yet. Surprisingly, it's actually the BBC News that's running with this story, and they have uncovered an internal investigation at Halifax Bank of Scotland, where Reeves worked from 2006 to 2009. A whistleblower raised concerns that she and two other senior managers had misused expenses, claiming for dinners, gifts, taxis, and even handbags and perfume. If it sounds familiar, it is. Not long after becoming Chancellor, Reeves was one of several senior Labour figures at the centre of a row after accepting thousands of pounds worth of clothes as gifts before the election. Back then, she told the BBC, "The donations helped me in opposition, but were never something I planned to do as a government minister." But did she plan to do them when she worked at the Bank of Scotland? Or do you think this is one big coincidence and one big misunderstanding? Documents suggest that the bank's internal audit found these claims were substantiated. But here's the twist. There's no evidence that the investigation was ever formally concluded. Reeves left the bank in 2009 and she insists she was never even interviewed about the matter. Another coincidence? Her boss also left the bank in 2009 and the other senior manager involved was on sick leave in May and never returned to work at the bank. All just a coincidence, of course. Apparently, there is no suggestion any of the departures were linked to the investigation or spending issues, and a spokesman for Reeves said the Chancellor left the bank on good terms. So how has Reeves responded? Well, of course, her team has denied any wrongdoing, stating that she always complied with expenses rules and left the bank on good terms. Downing Street says Prime Minister Keir Starmer has no concerns over the allegations and Labour is standing by the Chancellor. I guess the made-up CV and the over-indulging on expenses could be somewhat forgiven if she was actually good at her job. But it turns out she hasn't got a clue. Her inexperience is impossible to hide. Labour is out today hailing a surprise 0.1% rise in GDP. Yes, 0.1%. Just barely missing out on a recession is apparently something to celebrate now. They seem to have quickly forgotten that only a few days ago the Bank of England halved its growth forecast. They reduced the interest rate, but not on the strength of the economy, but in a desperate attempt to kickstart some form of growth. Rachel Reeves is so out of her depth and out of ideas to boost growth. She seems so surprised that her huge taxation on the private sector didn't lead to growth that she has now sought advice from the banking sector on how to grow the economy. Unbelievable, really. The economy is doomed under Labour and Reeves, and it's going to get a whole lot worse from here. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments what you think, and I'll see you all in the next video.